Heyo, and welcome to episode, I think, 6 of Storytime with AA. As you can see, I have changed again. I'm being hygienic. And this time I have my copies of my stories in this very professional book form. So, I'm going to read you 2 stories today, actually. You get a treat. I think these are the very first ones that I ever wrote, actually. They were inspired by playing with my brother and my sister on the swing set outside. And then somehow I invented a story out of it. So here we go. This is called Jimmy and the Pirate Ship. Once upon a time there was a boy named Jimmy. Once he ran away. Soon he saw a pirate ship. He got on it. He heard the captain say, "Pick a candy bar." So Jimmy got one. He soon ran out. Then they took him captive, but he escaped too soon and got back in his dad's apartment. There they were safe. Jimmy had learned his lesson not to run away. He stayed in. One bright sunny morning he was playing outside when the princess invited him to dinner. But he said, "No, thank you." At least he has manners. Then he ran home with the princess running behind him. Jimmy ran for his life. Finally he got back home. He ran to his mother. "Mother, help!" he cried. His mother cried, "Jimmy!" She ran over to him and held him tight. "My son!" she cried. "I've only invited him to the ball," said the princess. "A ball?" said Jimmy. "A ball?" "Yes, a ball." "Well, I'd like to go," said Jimmy, "but I can't." "Oh, come on," said the princess. "All right," said Jimmy. "I guess I will come, but I must do my chores first." Jimmy lived on a farm. I thought he lived in an apartment. Okay. There was lots to do. Jimmy's chores were to milk the cow, make his bed, clean his room, feed the chickens, and gather eggs, feed the other animals, and, just for today, shear his lamb. Finally, he was ready. He went to the ball with the princess. The end. Then we have the sequel, Jimmy's sister Kate and friend John. Jimmy had a sister Kate. He also had a friend John. He liked playing with his sister Kate. He apparently didn't like playing with his friend John. Okay. They played dog together. He played with his friend John too. Well, I guess he plays with him, but notice it doesn't say that he liked it. One day, John came over to sleep over. But that night there was a flood. The water woke them up. They got to safety on a mountain. On the mountain they built a house. They lived in it for a few years. But the water got higher and knocked it down. Wow, a flood that lasted a few years. My goodness. Jimmy, Kate, and John got tired of living on the mountain. Finally, they could come back to their real home. They asked their mother, "What is for breakfast? We haven't eaten for a few years." And she answered, "Eggs and grits." So they ate breakfast. Then they went to play. But Kate fell asleep, and she dreamed she had a doll made of candy. But even when it broke, she was still happy. She shared the candy with Jimmy and John. They had a wonderful time together. Soon Kate found treasure. They lived on it for years and years, and then it ran out. Then Kate found a treasure chest. It was so full it wouldn't lock. They enjoyed it very much. And she woke up to find Jimmy shaking her. "Wake up," he said. "I am awake," Kate said. "We found a treasure chest," Jimmy said. "Oh boy," said Kate, "this is just what I dreamed." "Come on," said Jimmy, and Kate went with him. When they got there, Kate saw that he was telling the truth. John was there too. They played and played. Finally they stopped. Kate went in to get a drink. Then she came back outside and began to play again. Mother came outside. "Lunchtime," she called. The children ran inside. "What are we having?" said Kate, breathless as she spoke. "Peanut butter and jelly," said Mother. "Oh boy," said Jimmy. "My favorite," said Kate. And they ate lunch. Then Kate went into her room and came back with a present. Jimmy opened it. Inside was money. "Oh boy," said Jimmy. "We're rich," said John. "Thank you," said Jimmy and John together. "You're welcome," said Kate. But they just had their own treasure. So why would she give them more money and then be excited? I don't know. Anyway. "How did you know what I was going to say?" said Jimmy. They all laughed. I am confused. Mother came out with a baby. "You have a new sister," she said. "Oh, cute," said Kate, coming over. "Supper time," said Aunt Leah, who somehow appeared out of nowhere and apparently lives at their house. "Go to the table," said Mother. They rushed to the house. They're inside the house. "Slow down," said Aunt Leah. They did. "Wait for me," said Kate. They had a wonderful time at Aunt Leah's. Oh, I guess they're at their aunt's house suddenly. As for the baby, she grew up to be a very pretty woman, and she lived happily ever after. The end. There you go.